The siblings of this guy has unalived him. Things are really happening and the world is very wicked. This guy left his family in the township in the city to travel to the village. His reasons were because he wanted to, develop one or two buildings for his siblings because he seemed to be the richest of them all. So he has the money. So this guy said he wants to settle his siblings so that they can also have places of their own in the village. So he traveled to the village. He told his wife that he was going to the village and to build one room each for his siblings, for his brothers. Meanwhile, when he got to his village, it happened that his brothers were not there already. So he contracted contractors, and then the building construction started. It kicked off. Um, while it was on, his brothers came back to the village. Now, when his brothers came back to the village, he picked his phone and called his wife that his brothers are back to the village. So that he's happy that his brothers are back and that they are enjoying. At some few hours later, the wife called his husband. The wife called him and asked him what they were doing. Has he eaten? He now told the wife that he has not eaten yet, just that he's drinking palmy with his brothers, with his five brothers. The wife said, okay, please remember to eat. After eating, you can have your, just after drinking, just make sure you have your food. He called 2 hours later. No, rather, the lady called 2 hours later to check on her husband because she doesn't want her husband to take much of the drink. She called her husband and the husband was not picking the call. So the husband's siblings told her that her husband was sleeping. She said, okay, their excuse was that the guy had too much palmy to drink. She said, fine and good, it's okay. 2 hours later, she called back, and because the husband did not call back, and the husband was meant to call back, the husband did not call her back. She called back 2 hours later. That was 4 hours later after the husband started drinking, taking that palmy with his siblings. She called back and the husband's sibling picked the call again and told her that the husband is still sleeping, that the husband was still sleeping. She now said, no, this is unlike my husband. Please wake my husband up for me. They told her that no, she shouldn't worry, that the husband is resting, that he had lots of palm wine. Hours later again, I think 1 hour later, she called back and they picked the call. The husband's siblings picked the call again and told her that the husband had gone to the site, that they are going to take the phone to him to the site, that when they get there, the husband would call her. She said, fine and good. As it was 1 hour later, she called the siblings back. She called her husband's phone back. They did not pick the call. Her children started comforting her, telling her to calm down. Maybe their father is busy. You know why our daddy went to the village to, proceed with the building project. And again, his siblings are around. He might not have time to answer your call. The woman pretended to understand her children, rather. The next day, she called her husband back. They did not pick up the call. Instead, what happened was, as they did not pick up the call, she called hours later. They told her that the husband, they are in a meeting, that they will call her back. That was when she knew that something was wrong. Immediately, she packed her children and they embarked on a journey to the village, because this was the village. This was happening in the village. They embarked on the journey to the village. 1 hour after embarking after embarking on a journey to the village, she was going through Facebook only for her to see where one of the husband's siblings made a post declaring her husband passed on. She could not take it. She rushed down to the village. As she rushed down to the village she now saw that already people had gathered and are crying over the eye of her husband. Now she is asking, what did she do? What did her husband do? Did her husband commit any crime by helping his siblings, by trying to make sure that they stand firmly financially? Because according to her, she said that the last time she heard her husband's call was when the husband told her that he was having a drink, that he was drinking palm wine with his siblings. Now, the next thing was hearing the husband's demise. And she is asking, who do you think? Is my mind telling me the right thing? Is it my in-laws that kpai their brother? Is it my husband's siblings that kpai him? Why would they do that? Is it jealousy? What could be the cause? And again, they kept posting her until they make sure that the guy had gone far away. Things are really happening. Be careful who you call brother, because even by blood, yeah, you might be related, but these days things are happening. You never can tell who is jealous of you, who is envious of you. So be careful, because even your brother might not be your brother.